In the first place, I think capitalism, as we've come to know it in this country and as the world has come to know it, is dead. I mean, it is. It's had a 300-year run. It worked most efficiently when it had slaves to provide free labor. It's over. I think what has to take its place is a form of what I call democratic socialism. A lot of real socialists would probably listen to my plan and kind of giggle and hoot and slap their knees. But to me, 5 or 6 key industries in this country have to be totally nationalized. I don't mean this lickety-split way that Barack Obama's doing it. I mean completely nationalized.
Yeah.
And it has to be done quickly, probably more quickly than Obama can use his cut and paste method, but once these 5 or 6 key industries are nationalized, then open up with a series of government sponsored lending institution or banks, whatever you want to call them, so that entrepreneurs, small businesses, don't small businesses provide 50 or 60% of jobs in this country anyway? And aren't the small businesses the ones that are really taking it on the chin here? So make that kind of small business entrepreneurship the underpinning, where the jobs are created, where people can make a living, where people can open up a store. When I was a kid growing up, half the kids in my 5th grade class had parents who were in business for themselves and they lived over the store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kathy and I are doing exactly that now. We have a business. We have it's a home-based studio. We live over the store. So that to me is the answer. Global capitalism is dead, and it's dragging down. It's destroyed the planet. It's destroyed how many lives? Pick a number. I mean, how many lives? Tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people who, and I mean, destroyed their lives. They're dead because of the actions of global capitalism. So it's over, and it took the collapse of the U.S. banking system, the U.S. financial system, the U.S. economy to finally drive the point home. Now, there are a lot of people in this country who just don't see it that way, who are in business, who are in industry, who are in government, don't see it that way. But man, I'll tell you, Michael, we are on the verge of either wake up and change this system, or don't wake up and let the nightmare continue, and this country is going to wind up looking like Botswana.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm afraid of, really, basically. I'm afraid that we could have a complete collapse of capitalism, and instead of socialism, or something.
Well, yeah,
like
yeah.
What you're talking about, we could have some kind of
fascism,
sure. Military dictatorship.
Well, absolutely.
Basically guarantee. I mean, the army can produce whatever it needs.
That's
right.
That's right. So
basically, I mean, that would be the model of our economic system.
Absolutely, it's a real
a few small businesses here and there.
It's a real crapshoot right now as to which system is going to come out of this collapse. Is it going to be democratic socialism, or is it going to be a militarist form of fascism?
Right.
The last administration, and to a lesser degree the current administration in this country, I think is anticipating the latter. I don't think they have the courage to move this country to democratic socialism, and I think any attempt to do that, even though this is desperately what we need, I think the right-wing nutballs in this country who have the guns will make an effort to stop it. People like Limbaugh and Norris and Glenn Beck and these people, it would be a definite call to arms. And then the so-called liberals and the so-called progressives are not going to sit by and let this happen, and this country is going to convulse into a bloodbath that's going to make the American Revolution look like a Sunday school picnic. So we're on the cusp of something here really horrifying, Michael, as far as I'm concerned. I don't want to see my culture, my society, and whatever, this culture is a hybridization. There is no such thing as American culture. It's been influenced by so many immigrant groups. That's who we are. It's an immigrant country. And
that helps us to be divided. I mean,
it may, but
to an extent, it's what's allowed a lot of businesses to divide us as much as they have.
Well, we need
whites, Irish against Italians.
Right, I understand.
Polish, whatever, you name it.
I understand. But if that doesn't stop, and if we don't, to me, that tapestry of immigrants in this country has been the only thing that made this country worthwhile. We don't have any collective history. Our history goes back 230 years. I'm talking about white people's history, and African Americans who were dragged here, that history. I'm not talking about Native Americans. We don't have a history. There's cities in Canada older than than this whole damn country. So, what do we got? We got this tapestry that was put together by immigrants, and I'd like to see it continue. I'd like to see a switch to a human face, a humanistic form of government, and I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Hey, listen, pal, I'm out of time. I got to go. Okay?